Welcome, everyone, to Huntington, West Virginia, Joan C. Edwards Stadium, home of the Marshall Thundering Herd. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field for the first possession of the game. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now, and I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most, and that's when we...
Going for the big play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Starting to feel a little pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Georgia State's offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Going to sling it on second down. Finds a spot in the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And the Panthers will try to convert on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Throws to the wideout. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Got his man in the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Got his man quickly. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick release by the QB. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The run from the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. to the end zone. Defense forces him out of bounds at the 3. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And the try is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a man. It's Denson. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Bridges. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Marshall quick to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the catch down the right side. Off and running. Touchdown, Hurd! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Key. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Smith. And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got him wide open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Panthers.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Under fire. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offense.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Hauls it in down the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. He's off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun to give, looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his...
He's taking the shot. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Reads it, fires complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Georgia State jumps back to the line. To throw, it's key. Gets it out fast.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. The short hands, it's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Marshall trying to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Skips away from pressure. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab inside the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. From the gun, the ground game. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. 2nd down coming up. Looking to pass. It's Key. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Touchdown, Georgia State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Got his man down the middle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Flips it out on the screen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. To the air on 1st down. Going over the top. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I don't think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And I tell you what, those slant routes, they're timing routes, and those are really hard to get your hand on the football. Nice job by the defender seeing it, reacting to it, and getting his mitten there to knock it down.
Got it in the middle, it's Bridges. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Marshall quick to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Ball's on the 16, and they need 6 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Key. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Panthers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw again. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Panthers have their offense in high gear. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And there was nowhere to go. Just in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
He gets it to the 30. Coming up. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Got his man. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've reached a break. Georgia State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game?
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Extra point here will tie the game. The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will... Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll send the back in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Key. It's complete on the right side. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And the returner will be dragged down. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The give to the back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Catch in the middle. It's Shepard. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Touchdown, Herd! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Key. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Fires to the big fella. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a second and short. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown! Thundering herd! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. A remarkable grab just keeps piling up scores.
I'm about to say, remarkable day. I mean, a remarkable career. Goodness gracious. This is a day that you just dream about having. You have these days in high school. You're like, dang, this is as good as it gets. Nobody can stop him. He's absolutely in the zone.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Key. Out of the backfield, he's open. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Makes the grab.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense
Breaks into the open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Marshall! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider to that end zone. The defense is expecting run. They're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air, it's Key. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.